are going to work on your balance as well as the range of motion in your ankles, feet. You know, I'm always talking about the power of the toes. The stronger your toes are, the less likely you are to fall. So we're going to work on that. I'll give you a chair version as well as the seated version. So we're going to start with one we do in class all the time. So if you're in the chair, all you're going to do is lift your heels up. Okay, that's all I want. Heels up and down. If you're standing, if you need something to hold on to, that's fine. Lift those heels up and down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now if you're seated, I want you to pick up your toes. Okay, so pull them up towards your shins. If you're standing, you're going to either alternate picking up your toes like this, 1 foot at a time, or you're going to lift up both. You might want something either behind you or something in front of you to hold on to. What you don't want to see is this. You don't want to hinge at the hips, okay? So you just want to pull your toes up. Roll your shoulders back, whether you're seated or standing, and let's lift those toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, the important part, like I said earlier, is that we want to have a strong foot complex. So not just your ankle, not just your toes, everything in between and everything that extends up towards the knee and helps you continue to walk with a good strong gait. So we're going to move on. We're going to put those two together. We're going to do heel to toe. If you're seated, it's just heel and toe. Okay? If you're standing, once again, nice tall posture, and you're going to rock back and forth. So this is a great way to work on, you know how we're always working on transferring your weight. Usually it's from side to side, but this is very important transfer action here. As you get ready to walk, you're transferring your weight forward and back. So 3, 2, remember keeping this straight, and 1. Now, let's do an exercise that we've done many times in class. And I want you to go up and lift your heels up and hold those heels up from the side. If you're seated, just lift your heels up. All right, you may want a kitchen counter, you may want a chair behind you or to the side of you. That's always a good idea. So here we go, lifting your heels up and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come back down. You can do it just like that again, or you can lift your heels up and then lean forward, kind of like getting your nose out in front of your toes, but keeping your spine long. If you're already doing it, keep holding it. You can put your hands over the counter. We're going to do for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. That was really, really good. Now we're going to lift your toes up, and you can always, if you need to, just lift one set of toes up, because I'm going to do it for 10 seconds. So if you do one set of toes, switch after 5 counts. But if you can, you want to lift both sets of toes up and hold them up without your hips collapsing and keeping that posture tall. Once again, chair behind you, couch behind you, or hold onto the kitchen counter. Here we go, toes up, either both or one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. That's a really good drill to do if you tend to fall backwards. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do, and I'm going to start off in the chair, is we're going to lift the heels up and then keep your heel up and alternate lifting your toes up. Okay? So your heels stay off the floor the entire time. You're just alternating lifting your toes up and down. Okay? From the side, if you're standing, your heels are up, and you're going to alternate lifting your toes. It's not as easy as it might look. It's kind of hard. So be safe and take your time. But here we go. Ready? Seated or standing. Lift those heels up, and now alternate lifting your toes up. Heels don't touch the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go at your own pace. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back down. I feel like we should do that again. What about you? Ready? Heels up. Lifting the toes up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Now this next one, let me show you seated first. We're gonna do a little walking on our heels and a little walking on our toes. So if you are seated, what that looks like is take your heels out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however far you can get your legs out. Back in, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Back, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you the toes. Lift your heels up and go toe, 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 toe to the front. Back, 2, 3, 4. Front, 2, 3, 4. Back, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to do that several times with your heels up and then with your heels down, okay? If you're standing, good idea to have a wall or the kitchen counter to hold on to, the back of your couch. And you're gonna lift your heels up and you're gonna walk however, maybe the whole length of your hallway, or it could be a short space. Doesn't matter, but walk forward on your toes. I'm not gonna go too far because all you'll see is my massive head. And then I want you to go backwards on your toes. Take your time, take your time. And then forward on your toes. Maintain good tall posture and back on your toes. Ooh, that was a tricky step right there. Good. Now, lift your toes up. If you're in the chair, you can go ahead and do the other one. I don't know which one you started with. You may have started with your heels, you may have started with your toes. But if you're standing, I want you to do the heels now. So you're gonna walk forward on your heels. Be careful, make sure you're not collapsing and doing this, okay? We don't wanna see this. We wanna see tall posture. And you will walk, let me get back to my proper place. You'll walk forward and back. Forward, I'm just going a few steps. Forward and back. But keeping those toes up is hard work. So be careful. But it comes all the way up to here. And you want, I always tell everybody from the tip of your toes up to about right here is a chain. And if any part of that chain is weak, then the rest of that chain is trying to compensate. So let's make sure that we address everything starting with your feet so that your chain is strong. All right, those are your balance drills for today. Give it a shot, do a